First Concern, we get to show women every day that she has value. And like the video just said, when she embraces her own worth, she in turn can value the life growing inside her. When we have the occasion to have the baby's father involved in the ultrasound appointment, we have the privilege of supporting him so he can in turn embrace the lives of his baby and this child's mother. This is how we help a generation make abortion unthinkable. First Concern is a pregnancy help organization with 2 locations. Our Clinton location has been around for 33 years and has become a staple in the community. We have existed solely on donations from individuals, households, churches, businesses, and foundations. We do not receive any government funds, contrary to what others may say to discredit us. Our Marlboro Center has been open for 6 years, and we are in the same building as Planned Parenthood. In fact, the 2 doors are in the same alcove. At First Concern, we show women that even if the world is telling her she shouldn't or can't have her baby, we will go on this adventure with her. When a woman has decided to carry her child, we continue to offer pregnancy and parenting education, material help she may need, and emotional support. When people look at what First Concern is, we hope that you see our commitment to love the whole family. Our mission statement reflects the women we help, the children they carry, and the fathers of the baby. Affirming the humanity and life of the preborn child, we empower women and men facing unplanned and planned pregnancies to choose alternatives to abortion by offering education, life skills, compassion, and hope. Since Marlboro began offering ultrasound in 2023, a small but mighty team of women, supported by 2 doctors, have helped 111 women with free services that began with pregnancy testing and ultrasound confirmation. Our first baby was born in the spring of 2023, and to date we have helped families welcome 34 little lives. And to show how much we are growing, I heard this week that they are walking beside almost 50 expecting mamas. God is so good to give us these blessings on this life-affirming adventure. Reaching women for life is not an easy task, and we are up against an enemy of our souls who wants to steal, kill, and destroy. Most of the women who we serve for pregnancy confirmation services are abortion determined or abortion vulnerable. That means they fall somewhere on the spectrum of, I need the abortion pill today, to, I never thought I would have an abortion, but I just can't see a baby fitting into my life right now. In any adventure, there are obstacles we come against, but the barriers to choosing life here in Massachusetts can feel insurmountable. Massachusetts is a haven for abortion. 17,757 abortions in 1 year. Over 9,000 of them were medical through the abortion pill. These are the numbers for 2022 in our state, and it's clear that medical abortion is moving closer to 70% of all abortions nationwide. The abortion industry claims the abortion pill is safer than Tylenol. It fails to mention that mifepristone is one of the few drugs that includes a black box warning. The FDA's own label states that 2.9 to 4.6% of women who take abortion drugs end up in the ER, and 7% need surgery to stop the bleeding. All of us at First Concern believe that women deserve to be told the truth. They need factual information so they can make informed decisions about their own health. The women facing unplanned pregnancies here in our state, though, are surrounded by agencies and warnings from their government that centers like First Concern are harmful and should be avoided at all costs. You may have seen the billboards that have popped up over the summer on all the major highways in Massachusetts. Avoid anti-abortion centers. If this were just a fringe activist group, it would be bad enough. But these billboards and the social media campaign costs us, the taxpayers, $1 million. All because the governor, attorney general, the Department of Public Health, and their abortion industry friends are on a crusade to shut down centers like First Concern. How are women supposed to know that there haven't been any credible consumer complaints against pregnancy resource centers in the 40 years that they have been in operation unless we tell them? Or even more positive, that our clients have a 98% satisfaction rate with our services and tell all their friends about what they found in our doors. In the past 2 years, there have been incredible strides made to tell the truth about who we are and what we do through the Pregnancy Care Alliance, a group of directors I'm privileged to be part of, a movement of women storytellers pushing back on this smear campaign. Did you know that there is an abortion hotline? That was another line item in the 2024 state budget. These are the state-supported obstacles to life that our clients are forced to navigate. We know that women overwhelmingly find us through their Google searches, but now they have to encounter links that point them online abortion pill access from over 70 different places, some not even in our own country. And if they manage to avoid those sites, they then are redirected to the consumer warning on mass.gov. Okay, so all of the obstacles to life could make us give up. But we serve a mighty God who has plans for our clients and their babies, to prosper them and not to harm them, to give them a hope and a future. You are going to hear from two incredibly brave former clients in just a little bit, and wow, did God show up in their stories. What we have found since partnering with the medical office is that we are meeting women who have complicated lives, and they have been told that abortion is the solution to a whole host of problems. The nurses and the advocates worked with women who are homeless, women in abusive relationships, in poverty, or addicted to substances, and so often we hear that women with these hardships need access to abortion. We have had a year with examples where women needed compassionate support to get out of these circumstances and choose their child. Your support helped reach these women and empowered them to choose their babies, and we could not be more thankful. Some women visit our centers once, while other women return for weekly support. Through parenting groups, education, and community support, we touched the lives of almost 250 women in the last year. And I want to tell you about 3 women who illustrate the scope of how we help women, men, and children. The first is a young mom of 2 children, a toddler and a school-age son. She recently moved across the country because she needs to be near Boston for treatment of ovarian cancer. She found us online while she was looking for somewhere to help with diapers. We could have just given her the diapers, but the compassionate women in Clinton sat with her as she unloaded her story of being trafficked, abusive relationships, and her health struggles. By the end of her visit, we had her connected to a place to help her furnish her apartment and had a short list of necessities she needed right away. Staff shopped with gift cards we were given by a local church drive and gave her bedding, towels, and clothes the very next day. She has continued to come in. She calls often. We had her in for lunch and prayer before her surgery. She has been connected to a local church for more support, and she tells us she is incredibly grateful that she needed diapers that day. There's another woman who was a complete heart change in Marlborough. She's a PhD student at a local university. She isn't from the United States. She doesn't have any supports here, and she was scared as to how she could afford a baby. Things were uncertain with the father. She was uncertain when she came in, and she did not declare she was choosing to parent until about 2 months after her initial visit with us. But during that time, she began to watch all the pregnancy videos on Bright Course that we sent her. She continuously walked with us throughout her pregnancy while faithfully watching every video sent, and received many needed items like her car seat, her stroller, loads of clothing and diapers from the boutique. She delivered just a few weeks ago and came in for a mother's celebration breakfast with her beautiful baby boy and his father. During her maternity leave, she may attend the postpartum group that meets weekly in Clinton. Her boyfriend has expressed interest in working with a father mentor. We are praying for opportunities to help strengthen this little family. Another woman in Marlborough did not find us until she was 25 weeks along. She didn't even know she was pregnant. New to this country from Guatemala, our translator, Naya, helped meet her needs. They talked of adoption because she just couldn't imagine how she could prepare to have a baby in such a short time. It took a few meetings after her ultrasound for this woman to ask about a referral for a doctor and help to embrace motherhood. She welcomed her baby boy in June. When people ask me, how's the ministry doing? It's wonderful to be able to say, we are busy. But being busy means that we need a growing team. We need thriving programs to serve the needs of women, men, and children who are in desperate need. There are 3 things that First Concern needs help with that I want to share with you tonight. One of them is what you might call mission critical, and the other 2 are exciting opportunities for growth. We want to establish a father care program. It is time to not just have a mentor here or there that can meet with a father. It's time for dedicated staff and a group of volunteers, males who are available for the client's ultrasound confirmation appointments, who can speak to these men right in our centers. It's time for us to be able to expand the things that we already do in Clinton, like family dinners and outreach to the men through things that embrace the family, like our Christmas program. But it's time for the men to have somebody who is dedicated to their care. And so we are very excited about the possibility of reaching more men to be able to create stronger families. The second thing we want to do is we want to expand the reach of Marlboro. Right now we have a team of 4 ladies, and they run that center like clockwork, but we're only open 24 hours in the week, 3 days, 3 8-hour days, and we only have our translator, Naya, there for 1 of those days. We have reached about 50 women this year of the Spanish and Portuguese community, and so without Naya or people to help us communicate with them, it is a challenge in the Marlboro area, and it's even becoming a challenge in Clinton. And so we are excited that we could be able to expand not only the advocates that we have in Marlboro, but also maybe even nurse coverage to be able to offer ultrasound more than just the 3 days a week. And then I said the other thing was mission critical. That is, how do we reach her in the moment she is in? I've already told you about the things that are impediments, the things that stand in the way, are obstacles for her, but there are things we could be doing. We already advertise on Google, but we could do that more. We could find other sources and national groups to help us run our chat line so that we could be available to them 24 hours a day, 365 days a year, instead of maybe getting back to them at the end of the weekend where they have made another choice or have made another phone call. And so those 3 things are the 3 things that we have in mind for 2025, and we hope that you will come along on that journey with us. So thank you for your time tonight and your prayers throughout all of last year and your gifts to sustain this work. I trust that you have seen that God accomplishes much good work with your support, and I anticipate that He has so much more for us to do as we journey on this adventure together.